I'm doing a printmaking demo. So I'm going to demonstrate Gelliplate monoprinting. And for this you need a Gelliplate. You usually should wash, and I forgot to wash once, but that's okay. And then you need, I like to use a piece of paper that's kind of a little bigger than a plate. So this is 11 by 14. And this is, you can find, this is an actual printmaking sketch pad, which is really cool. There's, you don't need to worry about single strips and single strips of paper or just cutting the paper. These are 11 by 14 and the size of all my prints in my show now. All my monoprints is 11 by 14 inches. It's really kind of a comfortable size. You know, you can do a lot with it, but it's not overwhelming. So first I'll show you. Yeah, you gotta have some paper. Then I got some crazy acrylic paint, tubes of paint. A lot of neat acrylic, and you can also use ink, like printmaker's ink. That works too, but acrylic is really good because it dries fast. You know, you can dry in like 3 hours and go back and do another thing. So this is kind of like an experimental plate I did with a bunch of among which I selected my work for the Spring Imprint show you just saw. And you know, just to show you, you can also go back into, so I'm going to demonstrate the techniques of printmaking to you. So basically, you have to remember that everything that you put on the print, on, you know, the printing surface, the Gelliplate print, is going to be reproduced backwards on the end result of the paper. So if you write the word red rum on a monoprint, write it kind of backwards, then it'll only read as red rum unless you write murder, you know, basically. So it's kind of a little joke. If anybody's seen, you know, The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. So anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take some acrylic paint, and I'm going to put it, because I really like acrylic paint anyway, just a way you can, I'm going to take a couple colors. I'm going to try to create some kind of flower, you know, like a flower, you know, usually has some green in it. So this is green. It's from Blick Studio Acrylic. They're the most trippy colors ever. And so I got some green, you know, for the stem. Then I'm going to add some flowers in yellow and pink. So I purposely chosen like neon pink and neon yellow because they really kind of do a good job of, you know, like, you know, you put them on a white sheet of paper and the white is so white it can absorb like more mellow colors, but when you put neon colors on white, it just kind of soars, kind of. So I got some water, some brushes. So I'm going to try to just add some texture. And remember, the thing about Gelliplate monoprinting is that you never quite know how it's going to turn out. So if you end up doing something that you don't like, well, guess what? It's okay. You know, it's just art, which is great. But like one of my teachers at the academy said, it's not like somebody's dying if you don't do a painting right. You know. So anyway, So I'm putting on some more pink, kind of laying on here. See, as you can see, this is the plate from which I'll print the paper onto. So I think it's good to kind of have like, maybe start off with like larger marks so you get that, like, you know, like seriously put a lot of paint on there, a lot of thick paint, because if you put your paint really thick, then you can make several tries from one single plate, you know. It's sort of really interesting. So I'm just taking a bunch of different brushes. I like using different brushes because you know, I was sometimes told in art school, you know, you got to use all kinds of brushes and not to care too much about their size or this or that. Just try to make a lot of variation in your mark making. And here I'm kind of putting the stem on. See, this is like the stem in green and the flowers in pink and white. So just doing that. And don't forget that one of the most important things in printmaking is use the white of the paper, the original white, as an element in itself. You don't have to cover it all. You can, actually, sometimes it looks better if you have some white showing through. It just gives it a little dimension, you know. So anyway, so I'm finally going to add a little pearl green. This is a Holbein acrylic. It's really nice quality stuff. Yeah, whoops. So I'm trying to create kind of a structure, and remember that this is about what the print does itself to you, you know. So in the end, this is printing, so I've kind of laid my color on the plate, and now I'm taking the paper and, as you might see, I've made a little a table arrangement to a little thing to register the print. Sort of like, so you can always kind of, so you put the print like that, and then you go like this. I'm using a brayer, like a actual brayer. That's what they, like a little thing with a wheel and stuff. Just to, you know, press that acrylic onto the plate, you know. This is the fun part, you know. And so depending on how much I grade, it's going to be imprinted on the plate. So, okay, so this is the magic moment. Let's see what happens. So here, this is what I got. Yeah, so that was how you basically make a monoprint. And so I've enjoyed this demonstration very much. If anybody has any questions, just shoot me a direct message, and I'll see you later.